Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I know I'm late with my July wrap up, but I mean, here it is. I did 3 books this month, which I mean it's good. I mean, that's what I can do. You know, that's what I can do. So I did 3 books. 3 books that I thoroughly enjoyed. So let's get into the wrap up. So the first book, I'll have like the picture right here because I actually read it on my Libby app. I don't physically have this book, and it is You. And this is a thriller, which I haven't read much thrillers. Like, I'm usually reading like contemporary or like fantasy a lot of the times, but I want to get more into mysteries and thrillers, even horror. So but yeah, so You is about, his name is Joe Goldberg, and he is a bookstore manager in New York City. And one day while he's working, he sees this woman. He eventually learns her name is Guinevere Beck, and he falls madly in love with her at that moment. And this is a thriller because he's in love with her, and he shows his love in our eyes in a stalking manner. In his eyes, it's not stalking. He calls it protecting her and watching out for her and being there for her and saving her. But anybody looking in, it's stalking. So he is stalking her, and he eventually gets her to, you know, date him, and he starts intertwining his life into hers and making her life into what his image of what her life should be, or how he feels that her life should be. And it just gets really serious, and it is a really good book. I did do a like 24-hour / like book TV review that you can see on my channel. It is up right now, and I think I'm gonna do like a series like that whenever I read a book and then watch the show or movie. Then I'll kind of just combine the two and make it like a vlog style. So as I'm reading, I'm like giving you my thoughts, and as I'm watching, I'm giving you my thoughts. So you can check out more of my opinions about it on that video. But like I said in that video, and I'll say it in this video, I rate the book a 3.5 because although it was supposed to be suspenseful and thriller, and as the situations in there were, it just didn't invoke suspense for me. Like, I kept reading because I'm like, wow, he's crazy, like I'm in his head, but it wasn't like when I was watching the show, I was like, oh my gosh, what is about to happen? Oh my gosh, like this is crazy. Like, the TV show just made it more suspenseful for me. And maybe I might learn that I might not be a suspense reader. Maybe it might be too, I don't know, we'll see. But I didn't feel like the book did that for me, and I didn't like, there was like no contrast with Joe or anybody else like the TV show did. So I didn't like that. Like, we were strictly only in Joe's head, which was creepy at times, but kind of boring in the same way, because like we didn't get any other perspective. And so like sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe this is just how it's supposed to be, or I don't know, did you get that feeling? I don't know. I just gave it a 3.5. Anyway, so I would definitely suggest to check it out, and, you know, or if you have read it, let me know what was your experience reading it, and if you watched it too. But anyway, so the next book, well, the first book that I actually have read, I didn't do this in chronological order, but the next book that I read is this book right here. And it is Alex and Eliza, a love story by Melissa de la Cruz. Now, as I said in my like video where I was talking about what I've read so far and then my current reads, I was reading this, and this is a historical fiction book about Alexander Hamilton and his wife Elizabeth Schuyler. Is that how you say her name? And basically it has historical points in it, and it's supposed to be like an imaginary, you know, like how they fall in love and how they met and like different scenarios. You know, it's just a very cute book with tidbits of history in it. And that's kind of like how I like to learn my history a little bit. Also, I'm not really into American like historical fiction, but I got this one particularly because the cover is just pretty. I don't know, I just like this pink and then like the fake texture, because it's flat but the fake texture in the back. I just really thought it was a cute book. And overall, like, I breezed through this. Like, it was something I needed to have, honestly. Something that was quick, easy to read, very like cutesy. Like, I needed this to kind of get out of my reading slump. I had tabbed like this one little thing because it's like, you know, this can't be history. I mean, it is history, but it's like, you know, I liked how she threw things in there and how, you know, this isn't probably how things had went on, but you know, when you have a book like this, it's just cute. But you know, it was like, so Ham, you know, that's the cute, you know, so Hamilton. So Ham, what do you think of my plan to free Southern slaves who are willing to join the fight for independence? Let's take these men out of the fields and let them live like human beings. Free them and train them to fire a musket. Pay them to maintain their loyalty like any enlisted man. Think how it would swell our ranks against the British overnight. Now, you know that ain't how it happened. Just a random conversation, but it was cute. It's cute. Now, she made this, Melissa De La Cruz. I guess maybe it was a little popular. I don't know, but she did 3 books of these. It's a trilogy. Am I going to read the trilogy? No, I'm not going to read the trilogy. Maybe not. And plus the books aren't as cute as this one. So I mean, it's pretty much the same concept, but I don't know, the pink is just gravitating to me. But I give this, I mean, this is young adult. To me it read like a middle grade, but I give this a 4. And I'm basing this not on like, I'm basing this on how much I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I would give it a 4. My rating's probably gonna be crazy, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I would give it a 4. Yeah, it was easy read, a good pickup, so a 4. I mean, my ratings might be a little different than other people's, but oh well. My next book that I've read, and it is called What a Time to Be Alone. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna butcher your name. Chadira, I think that's the name, but her Instagram handle is the Slumpflower, the Slumpflower, and that's where I found this gorgeous book. She's an influencer, and I don't know, I felt like in my life right now, this book is calling to me. It is, I wouldn't necessarily call it a self-help book. It's more, I don't know what you would call it, but to me this book felt like a friend. Like if I was reading what like a friend's advice would be, that's kind of like how this read. And I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to not talk about this book too much because I know I mentioned about talking about like self-help books a little bit in like a series kind of, but for this particular one, it's not an autobiography, but like for autobiographies and books similar to like this, I think I want to do like a makeup like series, because I like makeup. And so I think I want to, and so probably sometime in the future episodes, not episodes, future videos, I will be going in depth with this. And I'm thinking I'm going to do a makeup look with these colors, so that would be really cute. But yeah, it's just about, you know, I'm gonna just read the back because I mean it's a quick thing. But we can each decide our own fate, learn how to celebrate you, don't worry about them, feel the togetherness in us, take charge of your life, let the slump flower show you the way. I mean, that's just basically what the book's about, and a little cute, not cute, but with inspirational like quotes and advice and stuff like that. They didn't do a good job of explaining this book, but I did read it. It was a quick read. I would give it, because personally I like it, a 5 out of 5 stars. But we'll go into depth about the topics and stuff in a later video. So those are my books that I read in July. That's my wrap up. I'm gonna try to do much better for August. I'm gonna go ahead and just do my August TBR in this video. So yeah, so my first book I am currently reading right now, and it's Americana. Right here, it's my my iPad is over there, so I can't remember the author's name at the top of my head, but you'll see it right here. And it's really about two characters. It's about two characters from Nigeria, and one is, they fell in love when they was in school, and then they separated after like undergrad. And one's like in America, one ended up going to like England and then coming back, and it's kind of just following their life story. And I mean, it's just very interesting. I'll get more into it in the wrap up, but so I'm reading that right now. And then so the second book I want to get to that's also on my Libby app is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I remember that because I just looked at Six of Crows, but yeah, I decided to read the trilogy before I read Six of Crows. And I really actually enjoyed the first book, Shadow and Bone. And I got into the second one and I was getting a little irritated. So I like started it and I haven't finished it, but I'm going to finish it so I can finish the trilogy and so I can get to the duology. So this will be my second book. I'll breeze through Americana and Siege and Storm quick because I've already started both of those. And so yes, I'm gonna have way more books this time in August. We'll see. So those are my first two. Then I mentioned in my U vlog, my reading vlog, that I wanted to do A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I didn't get to it, but I'm going to read this in this book and also probably do a vlog similarly talking about the TV show and the book. This is also a trilogy. Man, I'm getting started in trilogies, but we'll see if I like it and if I'll continue the trilogies. But I'll definitely will watch the first book, and I feel like the first season shouldn't veer off too badly. But yeah, well, this is the third book on the TBR. The next book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So yeah, I'm really interested in this. Almost any successful people you ever talk to or hear on like TED Talks or on the radio or wherever you listen to people, they've mentioned this book. So I can't wait to, I think I mentioned this in the current reads video, that I want to like almost kind of study this book and really apply it to my life and give an in-depth review. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And this book, I'm excited about this book. So The Shining by Stephen King. I've never read this. This will be my first, I guess, horror. I haven't read really any Stephen King, honestly. Horror, suspense, hopefully it's much better than you, book. And then I can get, and it's crazy because this, I just said hopefully it's much better than you, but like a lot of the references in You, like the TV show, and also You in the book, like they talk about the day, like, because he works at a bookstore, so they have this book like come out in the book. That's crazy. I just realized that. Now I'm gonna read The Shining. I don't know why that just came to mind, but yeah, I'm really interested in reading this. I'm supposed to read it with a friend. I don't know if that friend is going to be reading it with me still, but I'm interested. I want to get scared. I want a book to scare me. Hopefully this book is it. And then I might be like on a Stephen King kick or whatever, but we'll see. And also, I haven't seen the movie, so I can also do a book to movie vlog with this too. I'm excited. So yep, so there you have it. That's my July wrap up and my August to be read. So stay tuned for some other videos, especially the video talking about what a time to be alone. I think it's gonna be cute and you'll get to see me do my makeup. So yeah, that's something different. So yeah, I don't know why I keep saying so yeah. All right, well, thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.